Hi and welcome. Today we are going to talk about content types and formats. And here we are going to talk about the most common. And the most commons, they include blogs. Yes, they include. I have written them down here. Let me go through them very quick. And then, apart from blogs, there are lists, there are Q&As, there are case studies, there are also testimonials, interviews, demos, product reviews, comparison content. Then there is company news. These are internal news. And then there is industry news. So if you're talking about business, there are business news. If you are talking about livestock keeping, there are news on whatever is trending and what is not. There are also book reviews if you are in that space. And then there are opinions and rants. This is for personal websites. And then there is personal stories, and these are like autobiographies and biographies. Then there are market predictions, if in the business space and any space, there are market predictions for any space that you're working in. And then there is research, and this is where we major in the research, facts and statistics. And then there are case studies, guides, worksheets. These are the worksheets that you can provide to help people work better. Then there are checklists, templates, ebooks, infographics. You can also make tools, online tools like calculators. Okay, as in POS systems, if you're very good at Excel, you can make a POS system, point of sale system, with an inventory integration with an Excel, Microsoft Excel. Then there are magazines. You can create a magazine. These are contents that they are going to be posted in magazines. These include columns, articles, and then comments or are they called commentators? They are done by commentators, and so you can make a comment on that. And then there are presentations. These are business presentations. Maybe these include things like proposals. Yes, proposals. Or product descriptions when they are supposed to be presented to the investors. So they need to be well prepared. Also, there are blog posts. Yes, blog posts. And then there is Ask Me Anything. It's called AMA. Ask Me Anything. And then once they ask, then you respond to that. That is in the form of a Q&A, a question and answer. And then there are illustrations, which are good relation. They have a good relationship with infographics, where you illustrate processes, hierarchy, and something of the sort. Then there are emails. This is where we are going to talk about copywriting, email copywriting. That is one of the one of the elements of this part. We are going to discuss it in the next course, in the next lesson. Then there are email and email, and then you can combine it with newsletters. So newsletters can be in form of handouts or pamphlets, or they can be attached to company brochures, or they can be sent via email. Okay, and then you can also create polls. Yes, polls, surveys, quizzes, and even games. So these are types of contents types of content and formats. Okay, but there are those that are more common, and as a content writer, you'll be writing more of these than any other thing. And one of these things that you are going to write, we are going to talk about, they are blogs, infographics, ebooks, emails, that is email copywriting and general business emails, product descriptions, and media for and content for social media. This include short content and also infographics and what else? Short content like short video and photography. Okay, and illustrations. That is where Carousel comes in, and all those content types, they are distinct. They are distinct with the niche or the type of content writer you want to become. If you want to become a business writer, you need to specialize on one area, and then for example, if you are in social media marketing and you're in the business space, you know the business that you are going to approach. And there are some types of businesses that have specific contents. Yes, but the ones I'm going to speak about and teach about their blogs, infographics, ebooks, emails, product descriptions, and social media. So let's start with blogging, or that is blog posts. So there are several things. So a blog post is one of the most important things that we are going to write, and this is because through this, apart from learning the business itself, we are going to learn about the customers themselves, and these are the type of things that make you a better business person rather than just a writer. Okay, yes, and one of the things that I'm going to touch on is the questions that you have to ask yourself before writing, and the value proposition, how to ensure that you have a value proposition for your blog. And these are the kind of things. And before I go to the ultimate article recipe, so the article recipe, we are just going to talk about the components of a blog article, okay, or a blog post. But in this, we are going to talk about what makes a good blog post, okay, and what ensures that you write good content. And apart from blog, you also need to do the emails and so forth, because it is one system. It is one system of content, but curated to have a specific format for a specific media or channel. Okay, and let's talk about a blog. What are the basic questions that you are supposed to ask yourself in order to write a good article? And the first question you are going to ask yourself is, what excites, intrigues, or stirs passion in my readers? So with this, you're supposed to understand the type of clients or the type of customers that these businesses that you are writing for, they target. So you need to have the customer profiles, and then go down to the business level, to the customer level, and the product they are providing. And then ask yourself, what stirs passion in these readers? Then what excites them? Because from there, if they are excited about the products or of the business themselves, if it is in the In the food industry, you know that people love to eat with their eyes first, yes, before before going to the actual to the actual restaurant and eat. So if you are doing a product description, it means that you are going to write a menu which is very pictorial. That is, it has very good, high quality pictures depicting the menu, the food, and the description itself. It is supposed to ensure that it is making the customer or the reader to want to eat the food. Okay. That is the purpose of knowing what excites the readers, so that when you are going to create this content, or the blog, the infographic, or the email, because all these things, they are supposed to be curated to meet the specific needs of the readers and make them make a required or a desired action. Okay, and then ask yourself, what are the common challenges that my readers go through? And this ties to the first question, because if the reader is excited about the food, the new food, the most delicious food, for example, if it is the restaurant, what we have seen is that before people try to, before they want to, they have that idea of trying new places. First of all, they search for things like the best coffee, the best burger in a specific location, for example, Westlands, Nairobi. And then once they get the article, or the first thing that comes on the Google search is the physical location of the cafe. And then from there, they click on the cafe website or the Google business page, and then they are redirected to the website. And because after the contact information and the opening hours, the description, the next thing is to go to the website to get more of what they are doing, or what they are providing to the customers. And so what happens is that these people have specific challenges, and these challenges is to get the best. And if you cannot produce the best, they go to the next cafe that is available, and they buy from there. And if you cannot sustain one client or one customer, you cannot bring him through the door, what happens? You're out of business. So you must know the challenges that these readers face, and then provide a solution on that. Okay? And then ask yourself another thing: what are the characteristics? And then these characteristics, they are supposed to be answered in the customer profile of these businesses. And if they don't have, create one. Yes, create them for yourself, because it is going to make yourself very easy. Know the demographics, the needs, the character traits. What do they desire? What makes them excited? What are their level of education? What are their earning potential? Yes, and why do they even matter to this business? And then ask yourself, why do these readers love about the niche? So the niche is specifically the industry that you are writing in. If you're in the business, you cannot be writing for every business. Okay? There's a specific area of the business that you must specialize in. For example, if you're in the health space, you can either be in fitness, you can be either in medical practice, you can be in the consultation. But if you're in the consultation business, you cannot be consulting over all areas. If you're an orthopedic, you must stick on the orthopedic path. And if you are a gynecologist, that. If you are a mental or a clinical psychologist, that is the area you are going to stick with. If you're in business, either you can be in social media marketing, you can be in sales and marketing, you can also be in the financial or management, you can be in HR, you can also be in the back end, in the accounting. So those are the specific niches. Okay, and so you cannot be a jack of all trades. If you are a jack of all trades, it means you have over diversified, and then you offer standard to substandard content on all of that. So, and when the client have that impression, they are not going to come to you. So you have to specialize on one area and then stick to that area and be known for that area. Okay, it is called authority. And then another thing is to ask this one question. It is a compound question, but I want you to ask this question: what do my readers hate about this niche? Okay, what do they hate about it, and how can I help them in reducing the hate and having the solution that they need? Okay. And this is where now we come to the other lesson that we talked about, the dormant and active users, okay, or the dormant and active clients. So if a reader hates something about the banking system, okay, let's say you are in the business space and you know how it is hard for a person to secure a micro loan. Yes, so if you know that is what somebody hates about that area, you must deliver on that. You must know on that. It's either you help him or her to get that loan, for example, and provide the avenues, the easy avenues as to how to go about it, or you avoid it altogether. Okay, and then if you avoid it altogether, it means there is somebody else somewhere who is going to provide them with that service. Okay, and if you cannot do that, that is work and that is money that you have lost. And is it my my fault? No, it is not. It is your paranoid nature that has cost you that. And if your reader cannot trust you on that matter, then it means you have lost that sale. The reader is not going to be satisfied with your work, and the business is not going to make any sale or have those key metrics achieved or the goals achieved. And so you must know what they hate and then present it in a nice manner and then provide a solution. That is your work as a content writer, to provide solutions to your clients, to your audience, to the client's audience, to your audience as yourself, and be a problem solver. Okay? Do not just identify a problem and then leave it at that. Identify a problem, provide a solution, short-term solutions and long-term solutions. So that is how you ask yourself those questions to ensure that the content format that you create is reasonable and relevant to the client. Okay? And then, how do you ensure that you have your value proposition perfect? And so, there are three questions that you are supposed to ask yourself and answer in your content. First of all, what kind of people make up my ideal audience? We have discussed what excites, intrigues, or stirs passion in my client, and the character traits of my readers. So that is what is supposed to be covered in the first question. Value proposition. What kind of people make up my ideal audience? If these are people who are actively looking for a solution, now you know how to structure to structure your work, okay, and provide value at that point. If there are people who know they have a problem and they are not, they are aware they have a problem, but they don't care if there is a solution or not, then you know how to make them aware of the problem, warm them up, and then show them there is a solution. Even if they are not aware of the solution, or they are not looking for a solution, they are wrangling in pain now, and show them there is a solution and provide that solution. That is the best thing you can do. And these people, they are going to call you their Messiah. Yes, because you knew their problem and you have come to help them. Yes, and that is one of the best things about content writing. And then ask yourself who will benefit from what I have to say. Okay, and that boils down to the kind of people you are addressing. If these people they are not going to get any benefit from what you are going to say or your solution, then these are not your ideal leaders, and then you need to get a new perspective of the leaders and then provide a solution to a problem that is already there. Okay, so that is how you ensure that your value proposition is okay. And then the last question is, your value proposition, is it specific to what you have to offer to your audience? That is, your value proposition is specifically what you have to offer. So the value itself, it is in the solution that's to what is paining your readers. So if your reader is in social media, you know he or she doesn't have the time to read your long form format, that is your blog. Why? Because he or she is in a scrolling mode. So he is not in the business of reading. In fact, those people who go to social media, they have not gone there to interact. They have gone there to get some entertainment and their daily dose of dopamine. So for those people, you include infographics. So infographics, these are pictures which have illustrations on what solutions you are providing. For example, if it is a process, maybe it's a business process, you can show it in a flowchart or a pie chart showing the different elements. If it is, for example, if you have read our article on why 78.2% of retail employees are not satisfied with your work. There are several diagrams, that is histograms and a pie chart, which shows the different angles, the different entries that show why and at what percentage. Did they say we do not have work-life balance? There are no internal systems that are geared towards addressing conflicts and communications. There are no internal training or in-service training. There are unequal pay systems, okay, or regimes. And so all those things you can state in one picture, and then a little explanation, that is for infographic and illustration. And then if it is on the email, you know very well that for an email, people do not want their privacy to be disturbed. So you have to be direct to the point, while making sure the buttons, yes, the buttons where you are directing them to do something. If it is a product that you want them to buy, you specifically say, this is what this is in you, the value that you are providing. If it is a discount or something, and then the product itself, the picture is there, and then there is a button, a very good button that is contrasting and eye-catching, and it is very easy to direct the reader to take an action. If it is to click on that, he will click or she will click on that. And make sure your headline is as catchy as possible, because the first thing a person does when he goes to the email, it is the headline, that is the subject line. If it is not as catching or as inviting as possible, they're not even going to close to open your email. That is why you will get open rate of less than 50%, and then out of the 50% click through rate, you will get less than 10. That is a failure. So let's continue. So from that perspective, you know how to know and decide what content type and format will work best for what audience, and you'll be able even to discuss with your client that this type of client and with these kinds of specific needs and characteristics, this type of format will be the best for them. Okay, so when you're providing a solution, then this solution will be the best for these clients, because you know them better. You know what intrigues them, what their passion is, what their common challenges is, their character traits, what they love, what they don't love, if the solution that you're providing will benefit them, and if not, then you know that is not the ideal solution for them. Okay, and with that, you will have provided the best thing to your clients, and they will be able to pay you for that. And in the next lesson, we are going to discuss the ultimate article recipe for a blog. We are going to discuss what makes up a blog, the different elements, and what makes it stand out from a search engine optimization point, and from a user intent. That is what the intention of the user when they are searching for that, and how you answer that. And with that, let's see when you see me in the next lesson.